So some major things happened in the AFC South today. Even though the Texans were on their bye, some things that will definitely affect the Texans moving forward have occurred today. Now, just take a look at the standings. The Texans are no longer they no longer have a huge cushion on the rest of the division. The Titans are only half a game back because keep in mind they beat us in week 2, and the Colts now they're 2.5 game back. So it's not as big of a cushion as we were hoping for coming out of our bye week, but I mean it is what it is. The Texans are going to have it tougher than we initially thought down the stretch. But I will say this, man. The Colts, they beat the Jaguars. The Jaguars are currently sitting at 3-6. They're 0-3 in the division. The Jaguars season is indeed officially over. I don't think there's a single possible way the Jaguars rebound. I mean, I think they went from 3-1 to 3-6, 5 losses in a row. Yeah, the season is over for Jacksonville. There's pretty much nothing they can really do. At least I think so, unless they win out, which in my opinion is highly impossible. But I will say this about Jacksonville. Next week against the Steelers, we have to be Jacksonville Jaguars fans, because if the Jaguars go and knock out the Steelers, then the Texans have an even better chance at a first round bye. Now, even though we didn't get help from the Patriots, we still got help from the Titans. It was kind of a win-win situation with that game. If the Patriots won, obviously Tennessee got buried into the standings and it'd be an easier path for Houston. But if the Titans won, then that would put the Texans only half a game back behind New England, and that's what happened. So now the Texans' first round bye chances have increased because of that. Obviously the Chiefs, they're I believe 9-1, so they're still holding on tight to that number 1 seed. The Patriots, I believe they're currently number 3 seed, with the Steelers holding on to that 2 seed, if I remember correctly. So nothing's given yet to the Texans, but they did get a little bit of help, and hopefully they can get some more help moving forward, because to me, this no longer becomes a Texans need to win a division. To me, because we have Deshaun Watson, because we have a legit quarterback, to me it becomes we're going for a first round bye. We're going for a home field advantage. There is no more being content with just winning the division. I want it all. Because, in my opinion, as long as we have Deshaun at quarterback, we can do anything. Because Deshaun, you guys see it every week, week in and week out. The guy is special. The guy is a natural born winner. He has that it factor that other previous Texans quarterbacks clearly lacked, like, the Matt Schaub, the Brock Osweiler, Brian Hoyer, Fitzpatrick. Like, all those other seasons we made the playoffs, yeah, that was fun and all, but we really didn't have a chance. We really didn't. But now, since we have Deshaun Watson, you best believe we have a chance. Now, as far as the AFC South goes, things just got a whole lot tougher. Probably way more tough than a lot of people realize. The Titans, they could have easily just gave up on the season. They had 2 tough opponents in back-to-back weeks. Even though Dallas isn't really doing so good, they're still a tough team to play at their house. They were undefeated before the Titans went to Dallas and took care of business. And New England, obviously, dude. They're New England, so the Titans are no pushover. Andrew Luck over there in Indy, he's carrying that team on his back like he's done in the past. And if you guys know Andrew Luck ain't going away. He is not going to go away. That's a given. But, I will say this. Texans, they're in a good spot. Because not only is their schedule easy and favorable, because honestly, the Colts schedule is also easy and favorable, and the Titans schedule is also easy and favorable moving forward. But the Texans have to play the Titans and Colts at home. If they take care of business against the Titans and the Colts, well, guess what? The Titans and Colts are still yet to play each other. Meaning, they're going to beat each other up. One of those two teams is not going to be a factor in the near future because they're straight up going to beat each other up. Like, one team's going to get swept or it's going to be a split. And at that point, either the Colts, if the Colts split or get swept, they're out of the equation. If the Titans get swept, then they're out of the equation. And you also have to consider if the Texans take care of business against them, then, both teams are out of the equation. My point is, the Texans, at the moment, control the division. Everything starts with them. It starts with Washington. You got to go over there to Washington at their house. They have a very tough defense. Offensively, they're definitely beatable, but that defense is scary. So, Texans have to take care of business in Washington. They come back home week 12 to play the Tennessee Titans in Monday Night Football, which all of a sudden is a very important game for the Titans and Texans season. All of a sudden, this Monday Night Football game is going to be a very good one. This one might dictate the outcome of the AFC South, depending on what Tennessee does against Indianapolis here in Week 11 next week. So, like in previous years, last year, it was pretty clear that the Jaguars were going to win the division. And the year before that, it was clear that the Texans were going to win it. The year before that, it was clear that the Texans were going to win it. And the 2 years prior to that, it was clear that Indianapolis was going to win it. And 2 years prior to that, it was clear that Houston was going to win it. For once in a very long time, the AFC South is actually competitive. And yes, as fans, it might suck because, everybody wants to run away with the division and just, take it. Like, Titans fans just want to straight up win it and have everyone else suck. The Texans want that to happen too. The Colts fans want that to happen too. But in the long run, it makes all the teams better. And yeah, I think that's good moving forward because maybe the AFC South will no longer be the division everybody jokes about. Because if you guys know, for the past, 8-7 years, the joke of a division has always been the AFC South. People always, that team won the AFC South, so that team has no shot. Well, now these teams are gonna grind it out, have some hard-fought games against each other, and maybe, just maybe, these games will finally become legitimate rivalries instead of just being divisional rivalries. Like, I want this division to be a dogfight. Like, I want Texans players to hate Tennessee players. I want the Texans to go in there and punch them in the mouth, and I want Tennessee to punch right back. That's what I want. I want a dogfight. I don't want, here, take the division, Texans. Oh, here, we suck this year. How about you take it this year, Jacksonville? Nah, I'm done with that. I want a team that's tough. And if the Titans and Colts can make the Texans tougher, I'm all for it. Because I am sick and tired of winning a division that's so easy that everybody makes fun of you when you win it, and then when you go into the playoffs, you go and get embarrassed. I am sick and tired of that. I don't want it anymore. I'm sick of it. Hopefully, the way this division's turning up, hopefully, it makes everyone else better, because I am done being a laughingstock. I am done with this division being a joke. I am done with the Texans not being playoff ready because the teams they play are garbage. I am done with all of that. Give me a good fight. That's what I want. I want this division to be a dogfight, and hopefully that's how it is moving forward. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.